I know. I know. I know you want to know why I finally did it. I know you want to know why I finally cut ties with him. I know you're interested in what made her make the final decision to break up with him. Well, tune in and watch to the end, and I am going to tell you why I finally broke up with him. Hi, I'm Samanya, aka HawkFit. Thank you for tuning in. Now, today I'm going to be giving you the reasons why I finally made the decision to break up with Sugar. Now, this decision was not easy, but I had to do some self reflecting and to have a true understanding and realize that I did not have a healthy relationship with Sugar. And Sugar was keeping me away from a lot of things, and I'm going to do some explaining to you in this video. So I was doing some studying on keto, carnivore, and I've been studying this for years. I've been on the ketogenic diet for, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 years. But there's something that's always kept me away from my ultimate goal. I already know keto and carnivore works for me. That's the best thing for me. Everything doesn't work for everybody, but I know that keto carnivore works for me. And I thank you to one of my friends that introduced me to the ketogenic diet about 4 years ago. Okay. So I started the ketogenic diet about 4 years ago, and I got great results. I was losing the weight, I was getting definition, but there was something over these last 4 years that have kept me away from my ultimate body and fitness goal. And I realized what it is. It's sugar. Sugar has kept me away from my ultimate goal. When I say sugar, I mean Oreos, I mean Kit Kats, I mean Blizzards, hamburgers, French fries, anything white that turns into sugar, beans, potatoes, everything. I had to make a conscious decision to break up with those foods for good, right? And I'm not saying that I will never have these foods ever again, but I have to develop a healthy relationship with sugar. And until I have a healthy relationship with sugar, I will not be having sugar at all. Because number one, this is one of the reasons why I had to finally make a decision to break up with sugar. Sugar was keeping me away from my ultimate body and fitness goals. I'll do good for 2 weeks. I'll go off on a sugar binge for 3 days, right? I'll do good for a month and I'll go off a sugar binge. So basically I was having like yo-yo dieting. Basically, I was going up and down in my weight, but I was never getting to my ultimate goal. And I had to sit down with myself and say, why am I not here? Why am I not in the place that I want to be in my fitness and body goals? What's keeping me away from that? And I had to first realize it was me and the decisions I was making, and sugar. So once I realized that sugar was keeping me away from my ultimate body goal, I had to make a decision. Like, this year, I'm 45 years old. Who wants to keep battling back and forth with the same goals? It's time for me to reach my ultimate goal. It's time for me to reach my ultimate goal. So that was the number one reason why I did not want sugar in my life anymore, because I was just not at my ultimate goal. And I can do anything I put my mind to, but there's some things that you have to add and there's some things that you're going to have to subtract. I already have the gym down. I know what food works for me, but one thing was holding me back, and that was meat and sugar. I had been doing some studying on sugar. Sugar really is like a drug. It's like you getting your body off of a drug. And so I had to understand, like, once I have a taste of it, and now I fully understand, like, having a family member or anybody in your life that has been on drugs, right? And you can't understand why they can't stop. This is the same reason why you can't stop sugar. You have to treat this thing like what it is. It's a drug. And so it's time for me to let go of the thing that's holding me back in life. The number two thing that I realized why sugar was holding me back and not getting me to my goals was I would lose focus, okay? When I started having sugar in my life, I was more tired. I wasn't focused on my goals. All I wanted was the next piece of sugar. I wanted the next hamburger. I want the next French fry. I love Whataburger. I love all of those places. And so when I would go onto those on those sugar binges, and binge eating and eating way too much foods, I had to realize, hey, this is holding me back. I'm not focused. I'm not focused in the gym. I'm not focused on my goals. And when I could completely take sugar out of my life, it is a game changer. I am more focused. I have more I have more clarification. I have clarity. I have energy. But I have to get through that process of detoxing my body without sugar. Okay, so sugar was causing me a lot of things, and I had to understand, like, girl, what's good? What's the tease? You got to get this out of your life if you want to go to that next level on your fitness goals, on your fitness journey, and my health journey. I had to get the blizzards out of my life, and y'all know, people that know me know I love a good Oreo blizzard, and I love the sweet and spicy Whataburger with the large fry and onion rings and Dr. Pepper shake, right? So when I would start, I didn't know how to stop. It's just like I kept going, like, oh, okay, I had some cake, and then I want a honey bun, and then I want a hamburger. And then all of a sudden, I went on a binge for 3 days, and I'm out of control. I get on a scale, I'm up 5 or 10 pounds. Then I'm constantly battling the same weight, right? I'm still battling the same weight. And so when I had to make a conscious decision to get rid of sugar, guess what I had to do? I had to figure out my triggers. I had to figure out what triggered me to have these sugar attacks, right? Everybody has something that makes them weak. Everybody has a different vice, okay? My vice was carbs. And I had to do an assessment of myself. I had to take a look back around December 1st and say, okay, why, when I want these things, how am I feeling on the inside? What am I feeling? Because there are things that triggers me to have these carbs. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a few of my triggers that and be transparent with you and say, hey, this is what triggers me to have carbs. The number one thing that triggered me to have carbs is being happy around my friends. I'm like, oh yes, or even on a date or something like that. I'm like, oh yes, I'm in a happy place. This is I'm having a good time. Why not have this sugary drink? Why not eat all these things? I'm feeling good. I just want to eat all of these good things, right? But I had to realize that I can go and have dinner, have drinks, or go on a date and I don't have to have those things to enjoy myself. I had to realize that's not carbs, and carbs plus enjoyment doesn't equal happiness. Carbs did not make me happier, because when I got home, I felt bad, I felt heavy, and then I wanted more sugar because I've triggered something in my brain to make me want more sugar. And until I identify and have a healthy relationship and be able to control that, I'm not going to have it. The number two trigger that I realize is sometimes boredom, loneliness. Me being 45, me being single, sometimes I'm like, on a Friday night, I get a little bored, I get a little lonely, but guess what? You have to learn how to transmute that energy into something else. Making a YouTube video, reading, going for a walk, figure out what triggers you. Normally I would say, oh, you know what? I'm feeling a little lonely. It's cold outside. Let me order a pizza. Let me have some wine. Let me go to one of my favorite restaurants and have this food. And I would feed that part of myself, right? So I had to understand, okay, Samanya, you are not lonely. You're just a little bored. Transmute that energy into something positive. Food will not make you feel better, and food is not going to be your boo tonight. Right? I had to understand food is not my boo. It's not going to make me any happier. It's not going to make me feel warm. It's not going to give me that touch I need. So I had to face my truth and say, okay, when I'm feeling lonely, when I'm feeling a little sad, I go to sugar. But you cannot do that. You cannot go to sugar, okay? And it's just like a drug. It's just like a drug. When you feel a certain way, you want to go to that drug to make you feel better, to fill that void in your life. I had to start filling those voids in my life on my own. So not only did me breaking up with sugar, it helped me heal myself. It helped me realize and not cover up the things that I was trying to avoid facing. Because it's deeper than just, oh, I want a honey bun for me. It's deeper than that. And I had to make a decision. Okay, when I'm having this craving, how am I feeling? Where is my headspace? So that's what I just had to do a couple of days ago. I was feeling a certain way, and I said, okay, I wanted some Oreos, okay? And I said, you know what? How am I feeling? What am I missing? And I figured it out. And I fixed it. I transmuted it and fixed it. So you got to understand, you guys, it's way deeper than just driving through the drive-through. Because when you drive through a drive-through, you can make a good decision on your food choices. So today, I want to share with you my reasons why I had to break up with sugar was because, number one, it was keeping me from my ultimate body and fitness goals. And one thing I refuse to do is go into another year without meeting my ultimate body and fitness goals. Number two, I am an entrepreneur. I am very driven, but I noticed that it helped me lose focus. I was always all over the place when I'm feeding my body the wrong things, right? But now, since I've broken up with carbs and broken up with sugar, I have clarity, I have vision, I'm more focused, and I'm aware. Plus, I use intermittent fasting as well, right? So I am like all in. Number three, it helped me heal and face my truth. It helped me face myself and understand what if I feel a certain way, I would go to that to fill that void. But then I had to start filling myself with the things that I needed for myself. So I encourage you today, follow me on HawkFit on Instagram. Break up with sugar and carbs today. You will be so grateful that you are going into a new season. Whatever time of year it is, your new season can be anytime if you just make the conscious decision to get rid of what's holding you back. Whether it's sugar, whether it's relationships, whether it's co-workers, whatever it is, get rid of it today. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. You guys have a great day. Peace.